Don't speak to any moment. Product of her environment. Shout out the global woman. Can't box her in with any trend. No, she's a global woman. Call Fire Marshal Bill. Like, let me tell you something. Flawless, beautiful. Follow codes down to her toes. Cuticles, picking rolls with the flow. Slam dunking all the goals. Silvers for the novice and golds for the pros.
What's going on, everybody out there in TV land? Hey, YouTube, we got a good show for y'all tonight. But y'all need y'all to do me a huge favor, YouTube. Hey, I need y'all to click the like button. Click the like button. It's right there. It's a thumbs up. Click that like button, then slide on over, and please subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the all so you can get all of the notifications when we're going live. So click the like, the thumbs up, subscribe, and please share these videos. Also, we have something new we got going on. Every time we hit 200 milestone mark with subscribers, we'll be going into the chat and find one or two people and send them a gift. You must be a subscriber to participate. All right, y'all. Also, I pinned my stop playing link in the chat section. Like I say every week, support starts at home. Come out, check my bio out, read about stop playing, and please support your boy. Thank you in advance. Last but not least, if you like what we're doing and you want to donate to us, there is a QR code on the screen. All monetary gifts are appreciated. We thank you in advance for your donation. If you cannot scan the QR code, we have a cash tag. Our cash tag is $Nutz, N-U-T-Z, Boltz, B-O-L-T-Z 1. Again, the cash app is $Nutz, Boltz 1. And with that being said, welcome to Nuts and Bolts of Life. My name is Evan Chapman. I'm the CEO of Stop Playing Apparel, and I'm from South Carolina.
I'm Sheena Nicole from Chicago.
I'm Obi from North Carolina.
And I'm Kyra from California.
Welcome, guys. We got the crew tonight. We got the small crew tonight. Hey, Obi, what we going to be talking about tonight, Obi?
Man, tonight we're going to do something different. We're coming at you guys. We want to know what are some things that you've done to cause yourself to get in your own way. And we're not just talking about relationships. We're talking about life, careers, childhood, family, making major purchases, anything you can think of. And we're actually thinking about doing a 5-part series. So what do you guys think about that?
I think it'd be kind of interesting because I think we all probably have had. I'm sorry not to cut you off, Kyra. I think we all had times, like Obi just said, in our life that we got in our own ways. You know, I probably could tell you a whole bunch of stories. We'll sit here all night talking about times I got in my own way. Kyra, what you think about that?
I think it's always good to do some self-evaluation and for others to be able to learn from other people of what has been done and just how to be better, pick ourselves up, and move forward.
What about you, Sheena Nicole?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I know that me personally, I have done a lot of things to get in my own way. Like I have maybe 4 different ventures like under my belt that I actually want to accomplish, but because of fear and not feeling like I'm going to succeed or not feeling like it's going to blow up and be huge, or I'm looking at other people and I say, well, dang, you know, her business is booming, and then it's like me and I have like 1 or 2 people buying here and there, so it's definitely discouraging sometimes. But I mean, I just have to keep pushing. I do have 2 books actually that I wrote myself. I want to publish them actually. I want to get them published, but again,
Hold on, Sheena Nicole. I gotta give you I gotta do you right. Wait, you said something powerful. She just going over. Hold on. She got 2 books. Wait a minute now. I'm sorry to cut you. I had to give you the proper due. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you. No problem. But yeah, and I want to get them published, but I just feel like I don't know, like I keep going back and forth with myself. I keep rereading the story, like, man, is it good? Is it going to catch people's attention? Is it going to catch the eye? Like I keep changing the title. And then not only that, I also have a clothing line. Now with that, I keep changing the name because again, I'm like, okay, is the name catchy enough? Like, is it going to succeed? All of that. So I feel like fear definitely plays a huge part in what I'm trying to do. I did, however, get one business off the ground. It was a baking business where I did cheesecake, and it did really good at one point. But then it's like, because a lot of people don't like cheesecake, so it's like it started to kind of slow down, and I got discouraged, and I'm like, you know what, forget it. I'm done. I'm not doing it no more. And I kind of just gave it up after that. And I would make them like every now and then, like when somebody would ask or whatnot. But other than that, I gave that up. So yeah, like as y'all can see, I am very talented. Like I have many hats, okay? But again, I let fear get in the way of everything and just me not succeeding. I think that's the biggest thing that I'm afraid of is like me not succeeding. But I feel like you should not care if you succeed or not. You should not care how the next person is business is booming and yours not. Like it's definitely a process. And you just have to keep rolling with the punches and do the best that you can and pray for sure, pray and just stand on your stuff.
So it sounds like you got in your way a lot. You
I
get in
did.
your own way when it came to your clothing line and writing a book.
Mm-hmm.
And the baking too, I believe.
Yeah, and baking too. I stopped doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. And it could be you just overthinking stuff. I know for me personally, I've gotten in my own way when it came to being a father, especially when I was in the military, and just different times in my life.
Yeah, I definitely overthink a lot. And that's with everything, honestly. And I like have so much anxiety, and my mind be going like a mile a minute, and it never stops. So, overthinking definitely for sure is a huge one too.
Yeah.
So, Sheen, let me ask you a question. Are there any patterns or habits you have noticed in yourself that tend to hinder your progress of your goals?
I feel like sometimes I get bored. Like when I'm doing something and I feel like that it's not basically doing what I want it to do, I end up getting bored and I just basically fall off from it. And that's with any project. I don't know why I'm like that. I don't know why I'm like that. That's
so
terrible.
you just keep doing different projects, starting and stopping.
Yes. I never follow through, and I want to follow through. I do. I really do. Especially with bigger goals. I definitely want to follow through.
Is there a reason why you don't follow through? Is it fear or anxiety?
Yes. Fear, anxiety, overthinking, money. That's another one for me. Because I have to prioritize and I have to put other things above my own. So yeah, that's another one too.
Okay.
What are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of not being successful. Because I see so many people doing the same thing, like when it comes to books, everybody write suspense books, everybody write thriller books, everybody write erotica books. And it's like, okay, what makes mine so different from theirs, and that's what I have to keep asking myself. And then when it comes to a clothing line, everybody owns a clothing line nowadays. So it's like, again, what makes my clothing line different from the next person? And it's like, I have to, I don't know. I try to train my mind to believe that regardless, I am different from the next person. Like nobody is the same. So, you know, what my mission is for my business may not be their mission, or um what my clothing line looks like may not be what the next clothing line looks like, you know. So yeah, it's definitely not being successful. That is my biggest fear, what I'm afraid of.
Well, you know, it's like millions of dollars out here, right? And it's like millions and millions of dollars. There's a lot of clothing lines out here. You like
Mhm.
you said something. You handled something really good when you said that. I just got to find out what makes mine's different from the next person's. You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
it's money out here. People open up clothing lines every day. You got 1,000 nail shops. You got 1,000 barbers. You got 1,000 everything. So it's like you just got to figure out, do your research and see, okay, what is the new trends? What's the new good colors for the summer, spring, fall, and what can make mines. I guess once you get a logo, probably, I guess I would say once you get like a logo, then that would separate yours from everybody else. You need to start making shirts off your logo.
And I
Um,
have a logo. I have a logo already. Yeah, but again,
It's you. It's you.
fear. Like,
I have a question. Do you have like an entrepreneur mentor that could help you create a business plan and could also put in together like help with a mitigation plan in terms of looking out for what could go wrong and being proactive instead of reactive? So in your plan, it could be like, it's possible that I may not get out there enough or have enough marketability. And
mm,
then with the mitigation plan, it's like, but you have this many TikTok followers and you have this many Instagram followers. And so it's just a matter of putting yourself in front of the right people and you'll be able to grow. Or it could be that people aren't buying stuff at the beginning, or people may not have confidence in the clothing line that you wear, and so being able to have videos with different people, different shapes, knowing that your clothing is for everybody, sizes, shape, color, everything, to get them to kind of think that your brand is the one for them. And so just calling out everything that you think that could go wrong and finding solutions on how to address them if you should get there.
hmm. I have not thought about that. I do not have a
swag
entrepreneur
steep.
mentor. That definitely sounds like a a good idea. I'm definitely gonna look into that for sure.
Because someone else that's been there and done that, they can also help you with like different tips, tools, resources of what went wrong with theirs so that you can learn from them and so that you cannot make the same mistakes that they did. And then also to help you to hold you accountable. Like if you said you're going to launch on this date, they're counting down with you and saying, okay, where's the launch? When's it happening? Where are the videos at? And just kind of holding your hand through the process, but also giving you that accountability of sharing your plan with someone that so that you're not in it by yourself, so that that self sabotager voice isn't telling you you can't do this, you're not gonna win.
And
I
it's
like
crazy
that, Kyrie, what
because
you said about that. I mean, I'm sorry, let me just cut you off, Sheena. I like that, Kyrie, what you said there, because if you do find one of your friends, be like, hey, girl, just keep bugging me till I do it. Keep
mhm,
bugging me till I
Mhm.
put that clothing line out. Keep bugging me till I write that book and put it out. Because after a while, either you're going to stop talking to them or you're like, F it. You know what? Let me just do
Hmm.
it. Because
Mhm.
nothing beat a failure but a try. Just gotta jump out. You don't know you can't swim until you jump in the water. You gotta jump in. So I like what Kyrie said. If you have somebody that's holding you accountable and just bugging you and keep bugging you, like Sheen, you said you're gonna put that book that clothing line out last month. It's 2 months later. Sheena, you said 6 months ago that clothing line. What's up with it? Sheena, you said a year ago. Why you patting your feet? Let's go. Just find you somebody that's gonna be on your case. Like you said, you got a really good friend. I forgot the name of the girl, but maybe she'd
Courtney.
be one that Courtney, right? Maybe she'd be the one to keep bothering you until you get going. Because sometimes we need that person to light a fire on our ass. Sometimes, and, you
She
know.
definitely would. She is that person.
I was procrastinating with this podcast forever, and I've been wanting to do it, but you know, I just had to step out there. You know, y'all know how we started, Obi and Sheena. We just one day I said, "Hey, y'all, let's just get on here and just let's talk." And then
Literally.
we started getting better. Then we add Kyra and different pieces, and we got better at it. You know, but we had to step out and just do it because I want to do this since 2019. So I understand, Sheena. But we give you better tools than I had. I just like forget it one day. But Kyra says give you more tools to use. We're getting a mentor, asking a friend, stuff like that. My bad, Sheena. Go ahead. You were saying something.
Oh, sorry.
Another thing I feel like that not just me but people in general, people around you can be very discouraging. Like especially when you have like a plan that you want to do and you go to them and they be like, "You want to do what? Why you want to?" You know, like that is very discouraging. And it's like, if you really my friend, if you really rock with me like that, if you really my family, like you should support me regardless if you think that I'm going to make it or not. You know, don't discourage me and then I just say, you know what, they right, and just say forget it, because that has happened to me before too. Like one of my people that was close to me, I came to them with the idea that I wanted to do a clothing line. And they was like, "Well, everybody doing a clothing line. Why you want to do that? Pick something else." Like they was just really discouraging, didn't have no type of support or anything. So it like that became very discouraging in itself. And I'm just like, you know what? Never mind. So yeah.
Do you think
But
they were
Sheena, you
discouraging
see
or
that.
hating?
What you say?
Do you think they were discouraging you or possibly hating on you or possibly jealous that you wanted to do something for yourself?
I would hope that they weren't jealous of me or hating or anything like that, because this person I consider like very, very, very close to me. So if that was the case, that is really messed up. But that person also has tunnel vision a lot. So like they don't see or look at the bigger picture. They just think about like what could happen within the first month or two. And I don't like that. So it kind of discouraged me a little bit.
But see, you know that I have a clothing line, and I understand what you're saying. Because in Chicago, when I came out with Stop Playing, people was looking at me like, "What?" So I was kind of like you, but when I got to Carolina, people was like, "I like that tattoo. Stop playing. That's cool. What it meant." So that just encouraged me to, yeah. So my base I'm trying to say is, some people are gonna be negative Nancy's. I guess they say negative Nancy's, and some people are gonna be like, "Yeah." So I just went for it. Like, all right, let's just go for it. Let's just jump in the water and see what happens. Because the Chicago people really didn't support me until I actually came out with the line, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Talking about the line, they didn't support, but when I actually came out with it, they bought some stuff, So same thing with you. When you actually come out with it, those same people that was negative, I believe that they would support you still.
I believe that too. I feel like people have to see proof before they just, jump on and be like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I don't know, that's kind of messed up to me though. Like that people need to, why you just can't believe that, I'm about to write this book or I'm about to do this design for one of my outfits and it's gonna be bomb. Like why you gotta see it and then you believe it. But
That's
I
how
guess
people are wired. People are wired like that. My wife was like that before. Like, I'm optimistic. I believe and then I see. She was more of a need to see than believe. People just wired. Kyle, what you think about that? People just wired about like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think two things that in terms of like with entrepreneurship that are important is to like know what your purpose is and know what your goals are so that you can walk in them. Because even if Sally Mae and Shaniqua are like, "What are you going to put together a clothing line for?" Everybody else can put together. Everyone else is doing clothing lines. I'm putting together a clothing line because I want to be in there, out there. Fashion is important to me. I'm a single mom. I want to show and set an example for my kids of what commitment, what dedication, what goals look like, so that they can have me as an example, so that in the future, if they want to start their own clothing line or if they want to start their own business, they'll have me as that model and I'll be their biggest fan. So I think that's important, just knowing your purpose and being able to walk in it and share your goals with other people and putting it out into the atmosphere. And then secondly, knowing like who you're getting information from or advice from or suggestions from, and giving it the energy that it's worth. If you know somebody that is super negative and is narrow-minded and is not future oriented, then they only need to take up this amount of space. You shared the idea, you got their feedback. That feedback can go in your mitigation plan. For everybody else, that's going to be haters and this and that. And then you can put that on your website. Like, as a single mom, my goal is to show affordable fashions to other single moms and different mom networks and stuff like that. So it's about just being all the way in it and sharing so that people can come along for the ride. And one last thing, because if I had a best friend that was trying to do her own thing, I would definitely motivate her. But at the same time, if somebody loves and cares about you, they don't want you to get hurt. So it's just about kind of twisting or kind of tweaking the mindset of how that information is coming and being able to take that in and turn it into a positive.
DJ Spins goes deep and deep and deeper. I would be so waxing deep. Hey, Sheen, I want to ask you something else. How do you envision your life or goals if you were able to efficiently overcome the barriers you identified?
Um,
Effectively overcome the barriers you identified.
I feel like I would be huge. I feel like I would be very successful. And I would pretty much just be living the dream that I desire to live.
Okay. Okay. Short and sweet. Sheena,
What steps do you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, Sheena, we're gonna get you to the goal. We're gonna push you over that hump. Go ahead, Kyra.
Because you told me, and now I'm gonna be following up and asking. And have you met with a publisher, or what's the date that you plan on getting published? Or
Listen, you told the wrong person. You
I
told
know,
the wrong
I know, right?
person. You know, Kyra go deep. You should have kept that off air. No,
She gonna be
Go
on me
ahead,
like
Kyra.
red on rice.
don't tell me a date, because I will put it in my calendar. I'll be like, Sheena's gonna be published, or Sheena's signing date, or Sheena's fashion debut, Sheena's virtual fashion show. Yeah. What steps do you think you could take to become more proactive in overcoming your self-imposed limitations?
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I feel like the number one thing that I need to do is get out of my head, basically. And I don't even know where to start to do that, honestly. Like, I have no clue how to even turn off my brain and get out of my head and just do it. Like, I don't know. I don't know. So I would think that the first step for me would probably be to sit down with someone, preferably an entrepreneur, and just like explain to them like my mindset and where I want to go and the goals that I have, and pretty much just see what I can do first and see how I could just start and finish. Go all the way through.
Do you write things down? Like, do you have a journal or like a timeline or a notebook? or like
Um,
writing affirmations on your mirror or different quotes or
I don't have that. But I think that's something that I think I'm gonna start this year. I'm gonna start writing affirmations because I know that I feel like I don't know, like maybe because I say it in my head, but I also feel like maybe I should start writing them down so that way I can see it, and versus just seeing it, like thinking it in my head and then I'm saying it, I can actually see it and then say it. So that's actually a great idea. I'm gonna start doing it. Thank you.
Mhm. You got this.
We
I do.
believe in you. We believe the children are the future. Teach them
Mm,
well and let them lead the way.
all of
Mm.
them.
We all
I just
believe
want to
in
put
you.
it
We
out
believe.
there that I know that you can do it. And now there's other people watching this video that are putting positive thoughts and prayers in for you and that believe in you. Other people have been in the same situation that you have been in and have overcome the different obstacles and fears and anxiety. And I think that putting it out there is like the first step because like I said earlier, I'm gonna definitely be following up with you. And then also there's networking too. If there's people that are watching this video that have been through this journey and that have a network or that know publishers or know what steps they took or what they didn't take, please share that in the comments to help the next person
Yes,
after you. Once you're successful, reach back and help the next person. So you have totally got this. I can't wait to get your book on Amazon or whatever bookstores are out there. But you got this, Black Queen.
definitely.
You
I
got it,
appreciate
Kara.
you.
You got it, Sheena. Hey, but I just thought about something, y'all. It reminds me of a time, well, more than one time when I've gotten in my own way. Um, I think I want you guys to ask me some questions because I got some things I want to share. All right, so before y'all ask me any questions, let me tell y'all a little bit about my story.